we turn to Parliament, where today it marks the 7th day of the budget session. Opposition parties have called for a meeting at 10 a.m. to discuss their strategy for the day. Prime Minister Narendra Modi's speech has been postponed and he may now address the Rajya Sabha around 3 p.m. today. The budget session will run for 65 days with 30 sittings and is scheduled to end on April 2nd. The first phase of the session, which began on January 28, will continue till February 13, while the second phase will begin on March 9. Alright viewers, those are the latest details that we are picking up. Now, yesterday Prime Minister Narendra Modi's address was stalled due to disruptions in the Parliament, but the Prime Minister will give his address later today at Rajya Sabha around 3 p.m. So, those details and his speech is now much anticipated. Remember, we are currently running the budget session, and the first phase of it will continue till the 13th of this month, and the second phase will then begin on March 9. Those are the details that we are picking up. In some time from now, the opposition parties have also called a meeting to discuss their strategy for the day. So we will be looking out for what more details emerge in that regard. And in fact, Arzu Seth, my colleague, is now joining me to get us more details. Arzu, what are going to be some of the agenda when these opposition parties meet to discuss their strategy for the day?
Well, yes, as we talk about today marks the 7th day of the ongoing budget session of Parliament, with the political activity expected to intensify as both the government and the opposition outline their priorities for the day. And opposition parties have also called a meeting at 10 a.m. to deliberate on their floor strategy, including key issues they plan to raise during the proceeding. The meeting is aimed at ensuring coordinated action in both the houses amid the discussion on budgetary and policy matters. In fact, we have seen the ruckus yesterday also in the Parliament, how the sloganeering and the ruckus was created within the House. And also, meanwhile, the Prime Minister Narendra Modi's scheduled address has been postponed, and now he is expected to speak in the Rajya Sabha later in the day around 3 p.m. and this is what we are getting to know from our sources. And the budget session, one of the longest parliamentary sitting in the recent years, will span a total 65 days with 30 sitting and is slated to conclude on April 2nd. So the first phase of the session, which commenced on January 28, will continue until February 13, and the second phase is set to begin on March 9th, during which the detailed discussion and the passage of key financial and legislative business are expected to take place. Yes.
All right, Arzu, thanks for these details. Requested to stay on. There's some more information that we are now picking up. Viewers, discussions on several bills are likely during the session. 9 bills are currently pending in the Lok Sabha, including the Developed India Education Foundation Bill 2025, the Securities Market Code 2025, and the Constitution 129th Amendment Bill 2024. Now, these bills are under review by parliamentary standing or select committees. Arzu continues to stay with us. Arzu, what are the other bills that are likely to be tabled?
Well, yes, several important legislative proposals are expected to come up for discussion during the ongoing budget session of Parliament. And, at present, 9 bills are pending in Lok Sabha. These include the key legislatives such as the Developed India Education Foundation Bill 2025, aimed at strengthening the institutional framework in the education sector, the Securities Market Code 2025, which seeks to streamline and modernize the regulation governing capital market, and the Constitution 129th Amendment Bill 2024, a significant constitutional proposal for far-reaching implications. And in addition to these, other pending bills are also likely to draw attention as Parliament resumes detailed deliberations, and most of these legislative proposals are currently under examination by the Parliamentary Standing Committee these panels are tasked with scrutinizing the bill in details, also consulting the stakeholder where required, and submitting their recommendation before the legislation is taken up for the debate and passes in the House. So yes, there are several important key bills that is still pending to be tabled in the Lok Sabha and in the Parliament. And well, it's total of we talk about 9 bills are pending in the Lok Sabha. Yes.
Arzu, thanks very much.